Hey everybody, Jess Intuitive Angel Healer here with your Grounded. Yay, it's Friday. How's everybody doing this week? Did you guys get any cool goals that you accomplished, or did you hit a couple bumps and you still got a couple things to work on next week, hey? But thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I want to get on here and have a little discussion about comparing ourselves. So just give me one moment and I want to have this total conversation, because what is our biggest block, it seems, of let's see, I want to do this. Sorry guys, just 1 second. And okay. So the biggest, one of the biggest things that I notice that my clients go through is they struggle with comparing. We compare ourselves to people that we see, whether it's your boss or, like you're going there and you have as much potential as your boss does. But for some reason, you unfairly compare yourselves to other people in your life. So my question to you is, why? I have learned a lot down the road of life here, and I'm learning why do we compare ourselves to someone else that you only see the pretty things in life, mind you. And being a divorcee of 10 years, and I think it's the funniest thing is that we compare our marriages, for example, to other Sally and Johnny, the happy couple that always come and they're so perfect together and they have matching t-shirts and bedazzled jeans together. I did see that one day, and please guys, please wives, please do not bedazzle your man's jeans, okay? It was the most disturbing thing I think I have seen. No judgment, but yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't walk around with the bedazzled jeans. That's different. But anywho, Dilly, that is not for me to judge one way or the other. But when I see that, it made me laugh, because when I was in my 10-year marriage, everybody thought we were June and Ward Cleaver, because behind the scenes, I was getting threatened that I better not speak of anything about my ex and what's going on, because for one, he's a narcissist and that would ruin his plan and his control. And for two, it's all about respect and embarrassing people, and narcissists are very big about if you embarrass them in public, or they really care about other people's opinions. So for that, I find it funny that when I finally did come to the point that it really was going to happen, because my divorce was going to happen way before it happened, but obviously it had to be planned out and followed through, and that's how it usually happens with everyone. But it's funny that everybody was so shocked, because I had put up such a good front for 10 years. Because people don't realize that some people are just really good at faking it. Some people are just better at stone facing it. And some people are trained more than behind the scenes to shut their mouth and to do what they are told. And that is terrible. And that is the reason why I'm not against the concept of marriage at all, period. I love marriage. I believe that it is something that you do with someone that is your friend and you love. But I feel that the concept of marriage as it is put societally is that they're an object that you now possess. And that is how I feel most marriages, not I'm saying everybody's, because I really hope you don't have that kind of marriage. I really hope you married and you have your best friend. And if you do, please drop it in, because that gives me confidence. I have found my best friend now, but will we get married? That is not something that I am worried about, because that is not what consoles. That is not what puts together, and that's what people are understanding. Everybody wants to run out and go get married because you've been comparing yourself, especially if you're young and you don't have kids, you're not married, and everyone around you is like, when is the magic going to happen, and they've been bugging you for grandkids or whatever it is. Then you go out and then you go get trapped in something that you knew wasn't right, but you were trying to impress everyone else, and you were trying to get everybody else's approval of you, and you were busy comparing your life. Well, I'm such and such age and I don't have this and I don't have that, but Molly Sue has all of it down the street, and if I just had that, then I would be accepted by everyone, and then everyone would love me, and my life would be just like the Instagram pictures. No, it won't. I promise you. If you are feeling that way, or you are talking that way to yourself, please call me up and chat with me. I will not judge you, but I want to help you break the illusions. And it's not that you're delusional, because that's what I was told, is that I'm delusional. No, I'm not delusional. You have created these illusions around you that have got into my brain, and your illusions are now creating my reality, and that's freaking ridiculous. And that is where my aha moment came in, and that's where most women's aha moments, or man's, or anybody in a dysfunctional, toxic relationship, that is where your aha comes in. But most of us are so busy comparing ourselves to where we should be, where we thought we should be. Why are we not there yet? And we're so caught up in time, and humans are the only ones that have a concept of time. Archangels can be in two different places because they have duality, and they're stronger than all the other angels. Other angels can't be in the same place at the same time. But that's why they're there, to help you know. Hold on one second. I had another thought pop up in my brain, and I apologize, and I kind of fall off. But that's the part of being a intuitive coach, is you get other little messages come in your brain, and hey, so it is what it is, and whatever. But my point to you is that please don't compare yourself to people that are on a different, what you see, because what you don't see is what's gonna block you. You don't know how long it took them to get where they need to be, or where they are. You don't know the late nights that they've cried, or you just don't know the factors behind somebody else's success, and nor should you care, because that person should be there to inspire you, to get you. They should inspire you to get you to get up and get motivated and get where they are, or past that, probably past that. I look at those people like, hey, I see motivational speakers, and I'm like, hey, I don't want to be where you're at in life, but hey, I want to be doing what you're doing. The concept of it sounds great. So anyways, these are just a few things that I would like you to start asking yourself today, and start thinking about. start thinking about where are you comparing yourselves. And then I want you to ask yourselves these couple of questions. So first of all, I want you to pick out the person that you're routinely comparing yourself to, or a person. Who is that? You know what it is, because you're like, man, you know, you idolize them almost, but you don't mean to. It's so, and you know, that's the hardest thing of this, is being honest. And that's why my clients respect me, because I'm very compassionate, but I am very honest. I'm like the Italian mother that'll feed you but hit you on the hand with a wooden spoon. Because the more honest you can be with yourself, the more healing that happens. And let me tell you, I have had the biggest dose of honesty since I've been on this. I've always been honest with myself at some point, but with this spiritual awakening has been like double. Hey, here's a whole gallon of honesty that you get to have today. Have fun drinking that. And I've had no choice, and I've had to take it. So it hurts, but believe me, the honesty with yourself hurts a lot less, stings a lot less when you can get honest with yourself and forgive yourself, versus living a lie for your whole life. So, and living unhealthy comparisons, because usually people come in front of you to reflect something that you need to change in yourself, or a habit, something. It's usually a reflection of something, and that's the hardest thing I've had to admit to myself, because I've had my moments of losing my mind on people, and it's okay, because that's something, that's my karmic pattern of something I need to fix. And I'm like, please bring it on. You know what? At first I was like, no, I can't do any of this. This hurts and I can't do this. And I hid. And you know what? I finally got up enough guts, and I pulled up my pants, and big girl pants, and decided that I'm going to stop running away from all these fears, because these fears have what held me down my whole life, and the reason why I haven't succeeded. And they caused me to believe them. So now I'm standing up to them, and now I am not as scaredy cat and I've never been a scaredy cat, but I felt like kind of I was a scaredy cat, because I run away from the things that, you know, your big, all those things that we put in the closet. So be transparent, you know, it's all going to come to the light at some point. That's why I'm very transparent. I don't have a problem with telling you anything about me. People tell me stuff about them, so it's only fair to tell them something about me. And I'm very transparent, because the reason why I tell people stuff about that's happened in my life is not because I enjoy sharing it, or sometimes I do enjoy sharing my, you know, my stories, but it's not so much of a here, feel sorry for me or feel pity for me, because some of my stories are very like, oh my God, you really went through that? Yeah. But I don't share my stories for that reason. I share my stories because I know somebody else has went through that. Oh my God, you've went through that? Yeah. And it's nice to know when you don't feel alone, because we feel so alone in this world. And that's why we compare ourselves, and we think that if we see this unhealthy thing that's being broadcast to us, because that's what social media does, and that's why I get on here too, because I know social media and all the crap that's getting fed to people all day long, and it's very unhealthy. Our food, our spiritual diet is crap every day that gets fed, and then the lies are on half of the media. So that's why I want to get up here, and I want you to start asking yourself, number one, who are you comparing yourself to? Number two, why are you routinely comparing yourself to this person, or a similar version of this person, or this environment, or why are you doing it? So you got to ask who, and then you got to ask why. And have that conversation with yourself. Now, you don't got to do this with everybody, but you got to do this with you. You need to write this down, or you need to talk to yourself in the mirror. You got to get this out. It's not going to go away, I promise. It'll just pop back up at a very inconvenient time for you when you don't need it to pop up, I promise. So the third is, now what do you know? What is your version of their life And then what do you think maybe the real version of their life? Stop and think of that, because a lot of times when we're comparing, if we knew the real deal behind the scenes, we're like, you know what, maybe I don't want to do it that way, and maybe I'll do it my own way. So think about that. Also, ask yourself, what does this person reflect in yourself? And so what is it sparking in yourself that you need to fix, that you have buried? What have you buried in yourself so deeply that this person, this situation, whatever it is you're so clinging on to it because that's resembling something in your life that you're not happy with, that you need to change. And I promise you, once you start to figure out the who's, what's, whys, and wheres, it becomes a lot easier, because a lot of this stuff, a lot of healing, you don't necessarily have to, I mean, you have to talk about it, but a lot of times just talking about it and relieving yourself of that prison, and that's validating yourself right there. And then you move on of, I don't have to compare myself to that person anymore, because what I have here is perfectly awesome. For example, people compare themselves to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, and I just had my phone pop up that they're in trouble with an animal activist group about something with the doing something to the animals, aggravating the animals or something. So then that gets me to my point. People are sitting here thinking, comparing themselves to Kim Kardashian or whatever, okay, to that lifestyle. But yet, how would you also like the other double-edged sword of you have to deal with stuff like that? Because, well, if they did it, then obviously you're a jerk if you're hurting animals. But, it's all a publicity thing anyways. So I don't even pay attention to any of that. But it was just funny that popped up right before I got on here. Because I know all the celebrities and stuff, girls compare themselves to, and start finding out what you're good at. Everybody is part of this puzzle piece that goes around in this world. If we don't have you and your talents and whatever you do, the world's gonna be unbalanced. Every soul was put here for a reason. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and everything was strategically, it's on a wheel, and it kind of just goes like that. And even though it doesn't make any sense, and sometimes we'll never figure out why stuff happened this lifetime, maybe for 5 lifetimes, who knows? The universe is a mystery, and once we figure out that there's greater mystery out there than materialistic things, and there's greater mystery within you, then that's when you start progressing and you start being happier, because you start finding out there is something else to life than this rat race that we voluntarily put ourselves in every day. Every day we voluntarily get up and be a part of this comparison, this, oh my God, you know what? I wish I had bigger boobs. I wish I had a bigger butt sometimes. Sometimes, I wish I was 20. We all have those I wish. I know that I'm not going to have a bigger boobs. I'm not going to have a bigger butt, because I'm not going to go get plastic surgery. I have nothing against it, but I just don't really care to do that. And I tell my daughter, I'm sorry, honey, you didn't get to be part of the women who were bustious. Didn't happen in our family. Sorry, those genes. But you know what? I want you to be okay with yourself, because I know that's the biggest thing that women get put on us. And I want you to know that you're okay the way that you were, because I feel like maybe I did have all those things in another lifetime. Maybe I wasn't, maybe I was careless about it. Maybe I didn't have enough self-love. So this lifetime I came a little bit plainer. and didn't have all those woo-woo aspects, because I'm supposed to care about self-love this time instead of impressing other people and going down the route of you know, being a vixen, being down the being of lust. That's the word I'm trying to think of. I'm not supposed to go down that route. Maybe I've went down that route so many times in my past life. I mean, these are my things that I understand. So instead of getting down on myself, there's a reason why we were all made to be the way and look the way we are. Now, sometimes beauty is skin deep, because I've seen some really pretty girls and they have such terrible attitude, and I've seen some really hot guys and just their how much they care about themselves, their conceitedness totally was like, well, I don't care how hot you are, I'm never going to talk to you because I can't even get past your attitude, like you are not holier than thou. So when you start feeling comfortable with yourself, these things stop mattering. And if you can focus on things that have longevity, because just like being, me and my boyfriend were talking about the other day, being fat. We're all worried about being fat, but when you get old and you're almost dying, have you ever noticed? My grandfather was almost 300 pounds his whole entire life. When he was on, passing, he looked like a stick figure. That is because I figure if I got all this extra weight, hey, I'm probably not going to have it when I'm like 90. So, I'll just, save it, because I don't care. As long as I'm healthy and you're happy, that's all that matters. So if you're not happy and you're not healthy with the weight that you're at, then that's when you start addressing it. But you don't address it because you're 115 and your friend's 215. That is not the reason. That is comparing, and that is not the reason why you go and do something for your life. So, my last question that you would ask yourself to help you to stop this pattern is, why is it so important that we compete with others? So, question of the day, why? In the end, what are you taking with you? And we all know that you can't take money, you can't take nothing to the grave with you. So think about it this way. What legacy are you going to leave when you leave here? And if you think about the legacy that you're currently leaving and you don't like it, instead of feeling bad about it, stop and start baby stepping, doing something to change it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna start getting on here and doing some more. I am getting some workshops together. If you're in the local Colorado area, please message me. I'm in Colorado Springs, and I'm creating some workshops that I'm going to be presenting to local areas, just to kind of, let people know who I am. And these will be hour-long workshops, and we'll do a card read, an inspirational worksheet, and have a little chat, and then I'll definitely have offers to, if you find the need that you could use my coaching. And I have my mindset programs. Those are basically, if you don't want to make the commitment for coaching, but you need help shifting your mindset, that's what my mindset programs are. And my coaching program is more that you're tired of it and you're ready to make that commitment and you don't care and you'll do whatever it takes. Those are what my my monthly coaching programs are. So I'm gonna start doing if you purchase one of my mindset programs, I'm gonna give you a second session for $1. So you get two 45-minute sessions, and they don't have to be at the same time, they can be separate. But so you you buy one, you get the second session for $1 and you can use it for later. But I want to help you guys out. So you get, and the mindset programs are love. You can pick a topic. So love, career, family, or love, career, money, family, and then spiritual. So and self-love pretty much falls into the spiritual. So if you're having issues with like self-love and confidence and stuff like that, these mindset programs will definitely help you. Even if you want 2 of the same mindset sessions, you can do that as well. But these are designed to help you slowly shift into changing your pattern, because I don't expect anyone to, if you live for 60 years, you're not gonna, all that hurt of 40 years of 60 years of hurt, whatever you have, is not gonna overcome in one night. But working towards a certain pattern in your life will start the process. And that's what your angels want you to do, is to just start the process. So you don't have to be a guru, spiritual, nothing. And when you have this experience, I'm not going to overpower you with that. The angels are here to help keep us on track, keep us focused, and keep the BS to a minimum, because it's funny, in these sessions everything's really real, and there's no faking anything or running from everything. And that's what's awesome, because if you're willing to open yourself up to that, then the possibilities of your life changing are awesome. And I've seen it right before my eyes, and it makes me cry every time I talk to my clients and they're changing their habits. It's awesome, and it's positive change, and it's affecting their little world that they're in. So I'm gonna leave this with a card read, and please share this this video with anybody who you feel that could benefit. And if you did watch this video all the way up until now, I know I'm breathy and I'm a chatterbox. I've been called a chatterbox since I was a baby, since I could talk, and that's all right. So if you have watched it up until now and you would like to try one of my mindset programs, though, I will give that to you half price. And I'll give it to you half price, and I'll give you a second. So you'll get 2. It would be, they're $54.44, the half price of that, and then add $1. So my brain's not on math right now, but it doesn't end up, like 25 or something. Not very much for the help that you're going to get in the information. So let me go ahead and give you guys a TGIF Friday message from the angels. Oh, they went ahead and gave me 2. So we got the Innocence card, and the Innocence card, and the Be Honest with Yourself card. That one's upside down. This says, Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter the handiwork of perfection of your Creator. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. This one is definitely telling you to stop feeling guilty. That is, in a nutshell, that is... and if you did have a conflict with someone, know that it's okay. Try to see the other person's point of view and don't freak out too much. This card comes as a reassurance that the situation and the people involved are guiltless. If you're harboring guilt, release it to the angels. Of all emotions, guilt has the lowest vibration, so it attracts negatively. If you're judging others' guilt, this card reminds you to see the godliness within them and heal the situation. So try to see the other person's point of view. If you had an argument, it could have been based just on a misunderstanding. So just know that, and honor the child within you and within the other person. And most importantly, look past surface illusions. Don't get caught up on what you think it is, because there may be an underlying truth that you don't know about that that caused this whole miscommunication in the beginning. And also the be honest with yourself card. So I feel like this one is definitely coming because you're not it's upside down, because you're not being honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of the situation. It's safe to admit the truth, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. And says you receive this card as a gentle confrontation because the angels know that you've been hiding your true feelings from yourself. You've probably been afraid that if you admitted how honestly you felt, you'd be overwhelmed with feelings and faced with making decisions. And that's why a lot of times we try to skirt our what's going on, because that's called facing it. And if you have to face facts, sometimes if you're in a bad relationship, you know that relationship's gonna be over, and you don't want to have to deal with the reality of, oh my God, what do I have to do next? So the angels understand that, but just know that the truth will set you free, I promise. And even if it's not about telling somebody else the truth, it's about telling yourself the truth. Once you are honest with yourself and you truly believe what you tell yourself, then you will have no issues, because things will really open up for you. Your angels also want you to know that you deserve better. So stop lying to yourself and stop keep talking yourself back into that toxic relationship, because it is hard to walk away from one. It is hard to walk away from a toxic job. It is hard to walk away from toxic friends and people. I have done it. It is not easy, but you know what? It was worth every bit of it. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel better. And for all those years that I didn't feel better, and I felt so sad and lonely, I'm gonna be honest, it was the best thing in my life to finally get brave enough to get up and walk away from that no longer served me. So be honest with yourself. Your angels will always be there for you, but due to free will, you must ask for help. If you don't ask for help, they're just gonna have to sit there and give you a hug, but they can't help you until they can slide stuff in. But when it comes down to it, they just have to turn around and turn a blind eye and hope that you'll figure it out soon. So I hope that you guys like this reading. If this message, if you're feeling guilty, maybe you're not being honest with yourself, please give me schedule a discovery call. It's free. We can chat about it. If either one of my sorry, we had a little pause there. So I'm gonna get off here and let you guys have a Friday. Please, if this inspired you, I'd love to hear your comments. Please share this with anybody who needs to hear this message, because all of my messages are honest, they're authentic, and they're here because I truly love all of my followers, all of the people that I am here to help. And you're like, how can you love? Well, if you've known me, I am just that person. I'm an intuitive angel healer. Makes a lot of sense to me what I do now, because I have been doing it my whole life, just didn't have the title. Ask any of my patients that when I was a medical assistant, if they remember me as being their angel. And it's funny because I've had people on there in the ICU talking about I was their angel, and I I'm like, thank you, because I'm a modest, humble person, but it makes me feel good. But sometimes it makes me blush too, to know that I touched someone that deep. But it also makes me feel good, and and it gives me purpose, and I'm okay with knowing that I'm an intuitive angel coach and I'm a spiritual grounding coach, and I'm doing my life differently, and that's okay, because I'm almost 40 and maybe my bank account isn't where it needs to be and I don't have all the things that I want, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to have them very, very shortly. I will have them once I believe in myself and believe in my angels enough to get them. So I'm the only thing holding me back from me. And I realize that more and more every day. And I hope you do too, because once you learn it, it's life-changing. You really can be like The Secret on Netflix, the book. And the movie, Netflix. Haven't seen it? Watch it. It'll give you some inspiration, my friends. Love and light. Check out Your Grounded, links in my bio, and you guys have a wonderful day. Love and light, everybody.